guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Will Sanja. It's like asking a question. Will Sanja help me keep a smile for today? Hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm gonna try not to keep it long, but y'all already know. If it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. To go to nugget today is set yourself up to win. But before I get to running my mouth, let's go ahead and do it. Shake up this manifestation jar and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Let's see. And I pulled out two, and the first one says yes, overflow, and we'll take this all day long. And last but not least is what? New friends, congratulations. Listen, y'all, set yourself up to win. How do you do that? You got to get what? Aligned and connected, which means what? You are allowing God to be at the forefront of your life, moving in and through you, that you're able to see within your journey with some clarity. And with that clarity, you set yourself up to win. How? Because now God is going to place you in the right environment. He's going to allow your mental to be on point, which means what? You're going to be thinking positive. You're going to be thinking possible. You're going to be going the way God wants you to go, understanding that He's the one leading, which means what? The mind, body, ego is into submission, which means that flesh ain't gonna bother you none whatsoever as far as where you getting distracted by it. Y'all understand that? Y'all, you got it. Y'all got it. Here's the thing, y'all. When you're not aligned and connected, you're not in the right environment. Therefore, any and everything will approach you and you'll be attracted to it. And even if you're not attracted to it, it will distract you. And you'll find yourself dazzled by what? By what's going on that has nothing to do with you moving forward. And we talked about that on yesterday. And you don't want that. You want to set yourself up to win. It's just like a kid who wants to make an A on that test. How do that kid set him or herself up to win? By studying, right? Studying, familiarizing themselves with the subject, right? And then what happens when the test comes? They're able to do what? Pass it with the A. It's the same way with us. If we're going to pass or win in life, we got to set ourselves up by what? Being guided by God. And when you are able to be aligned and connected, that means that what? Your relationship with God, which means what? You are one with God. And now what? You're able to have a prayer life. You're able to meditate. You're able to think like God, see like God, hear as God, and what? Feel as God. And then what? You're able to set yourself up in that environment of winning. And you eventually what? Win. So if you're not aligned and connected, then you don't have any of that. When trials and tribulations and hardships and drama and all other kind of crazy come up against you, if you're not aligned and connected, you're not going to be in the right environment, in the right headspace to what? Not be distracted. You're not going to be in the right mindset or the right environment to fight off what's coming at you, because you don't have a personal relationship, which means what? You're not connected with God, which means what? God is not leading, which means what? You're going to feel lonely over there. You're going to feel like you don't have any help. You don't know you have power. So when you are aligned and connected, you have access, which means what? You're setting yourself up to win. You have all the things you need to win. You have set yourself up. When you join, when you lock up with God, sync up with God, join with Him. He's at core. You don't have to go searching and looking outward. You got to go inward. That's why a lot of people lose. That's why I was losing once upon a time in my life. Every time I tried to do something, when I couldn't get it off the ground. No matter what I was doing, I couldn't get it off. I started on that bad boy and then kaplop, flop. I was like, why? It's because I wasn't going within. I wasn't really diving deep with who I was at core, and that was God. And when I did try to reach out, I was reaching out like He wasn't available within. So it was as if I was lost. Did I still have a miniature prayer life? Yes, I did. But when I was reaching out to God and wasn't aligned and connected, I always spoke or prayed or meditated from a place of fear, from a place of lack, from a place of, I think this is going to happen, from a place of, why I don't have, from a place of, why they have and I don't, from a place of, I'm feeling a certain way, from a place of sorrowfulness. And that's why my prayers and my manifestations wasn't coming along, because I was contradicting them. I wasn't setting myself up. I was setting myself up, what? For failure. Yes, God heard my prayers and saw I was doing that. But when you go to God so many times with pity, He was like, like, you ain't come from me, because I'm all confidence. Where does pity come from? And you could tell people who are losers. I'm just saying it, y'all. I'm talking about the flesh are losing. Now, I'm not saying y'all are losers. I'm just saying when you're not aligned and connected, you have a certain look about you. You look pitiful. You look sad. Your face all scrunched up. You're sometimes angry. You look mean all the time. You don't ever have a nice word to say. You're always in a space where you can't give a compliment. You're jealous or you got strife. It's something going on, which means where all of that is setting you up to fail. And you don't want to be in that space. So why not just set yourself up to win by getting aligned and connected, allowing God to lead. And God will set you up with the right, proper tools is what? Thinking positive, knowing that the best is yet to come. Understand that this ain't but for a moment, that trial, tribulation, and hardship, and anything that comes up against you, you know that you have more power over it than it does over you. It's like a shadow. It can't harm you. It can't do anything. What's it? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of what? Death? The shadow? You mean to tell me you are afraid of shadows over there? Try to have somebody beat you up with this shadow and ask me, do you get bruised? I can guarantee you will not. A lot of us, I include myself, because when I'm not aligned and connected, sometimes shadows can be scary. You don't want to be getting beat up by a shadow. You want to understand the power that you have when you sync up with the main power, source of all resources, God. God at core. Sometimes I know God look at us and go like, what are you afraid of? I'm right here. I'm at core. Use me. Allow me. And we'll sit right there on the log and won't even consult God with helping us. We'll rely on our friends and family members, getting their advice on how to handle that thing. And they'll have you in deeper stuff than where you were. Put you in a deeper hole. You're like, now, why does it seem like I'm further back than where I started? What's going on here? I did what they told me to do, and I'm 10 steps back. I was only one step away from getting out of this junk. But then I took her advice. I took his advice. I don't care if that advice came from your sister, or the advice coming from your brother, or coming from your mama, or your daddy. If you didn't get the advice from God, expect to go back some steps. That's what I'm saying. You got to set yourself up to win. God has all the answers. You can't come up with the answers by yourself. Because if you think you can, guess who's at work? The mind-body ego. Because it's only dealing with memories. And if you're going to get your answers from memories, you're going to keep getting the same results that you've been getting. And that's you losing. That's you barely making it. Don't you want a different result? They call that insanity, to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Your mind want to drive you crazy. Let God answer your problems. Let him give you the answers to it. And guess what? When you get aligned and connected, allowing God to lead, don't you know God will thrust you forward? You will be any and everywhere. Because God knows how to promote himself. When you are aligned and connected, that's God doing a work within you. So God will promote himself through you. Your name will be heard across countries, okay? People who ain't never seen your face before will get your name dropped in their head. Why? Because God said, I want to promote myself. I need to be over here where they are. So I'm going to drop your name in their head so I can get over here and use you. Y'all, you get what I'm saying? I'm on YouTube, and I always tell people, I think, on All Smiles Over Here, I have roughly about 174 subscribers. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. And I always have people say, hey, well, you know what? I ain't getting paid this amount of money for it. Da, da, da. And I always have to tell them, hey, I ain't doing this for the money. What I do is not for the money. I'm not trying to get exposed. I ain't trying to get YouTube to promote me. Because YouTube ain't speaking through, YouTube's not speaking through me. God is. So why would I want YouTube to promote me? Why would I want subscribers to keep coming and coming and coming? Listen, whether we have 1 subscriber or no subscribers, if I keep pouring out what God is pouring in me, then God's going to promote me. He's going to promote me where he wants to be seen. I always ask myself, Who is it that wants to be seen? Because if you find that you the one that want to be seen, this flesh, then it ain't God working. God doesn't have to be seen. Why? Because he's seen everywhere. That's how you know when you in your flesh. I'm already at 10 minutes. How to know when you in your flesh is if and when you want to be seen. Because God don't have to be seen. Why? Because he's everywhere. He's everywhere in everything. So why in the world would God want to be seen if you could see him everywhere? So if you get to where you want to be seen, that's what? The mind, body, ego. That's that ego coming through. See me, look at me. You want to be seen. And in order to keep yourself into submission, that mind, body, ego, you got to get aligned and connected. Because guess what? If you want to be seen more, then God will digress. And when God is digressed, which means what? He's not at the forefront of your life. Guess what will be? The mind, body, and ego. And guess what will be with the mind, body, and ego holding hands? Problems, trials, tribulation. I ain't talking about just the regular old stuff. I'm talking about some extra added on problems, some extra added on hardship, some extra added on drama, unnecessary stuff that you can avoid if you what? Just you digress, which means the mind, body, ego get into submission and let God come to the forefront. Because listen, when God is at the forefront of your life, there are certain things that will not approach you, certain drama that won't come into your life, certain hardships that won't come into your life. Why? Because they say, God is at work. Okay, God, how you doing? Bless you, God. I'm going to keep it moving. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? So if you want to set yourself up to win, get aligned and connected. Sync up with God to the main source of all resources. And watch how he will allow you to win when you put your hands to things. Why? Because it'll be God moving in and through you. And God will promote you. God will get you to the success that you so desire. He'll do it. Sometimes we think when we're doing stuff for God, we're saying, God, I'm going to do this, but I need you to do this for me. No. God can. You think God needs your vessel to get it done? If you ain't willing, God will find somebody else willing. You're trying to bribe God. God, if you do this for me, then I'll do that for you. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. God can use my dog Atlas if I decided I ain't want to share what he's pouring into me. You don't think God will make my dog talk? Oh, yes, he will. Atlas will be over here. He'll be over here talking. He will. So don't ever get to the space that you think that God needs you. No, he don't. He don't need you. And the fact that he doesn't need you is a blessing in itself. That because he doesn't need you, he still decides to say, hey, listen, I want to use you. He don't need you, but he wants to use you. Isn't that a blessing? So with you knowing that, set yourself up to win. And I guarantee you, if you sync up with God, you will be winning your entire life. From this day forward, you will be winning. Even if things look crazy around you, you'll understand that you're still winning. Y'all get it? Y'all got it? It's good. I hope so. But listen, if y'all didn't get this thing, rewind and watch again. I hope I didn't get too much off subject, but when it came out, and God put it in. So I had to shout. Did I? Okay, I'm gonna stop because I ain't got to rhyming. But listen, I hope y'all got it. But if you did, rewind this thing and watch again. But in the meantime, in between time, if you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.